going to continue the session on C programming. In this session, we are going to cover loops. Now, let us open the terminal app. Clear the screen. Okay. Now, let us create a new file named as loops.c. Okay. Now, let us type in the main things which are to include the library and int main. Return 0, then okay. Now first we'll understand how to type in a for loop, then we'll understand while loops. Okay. First let us declare one variable, integer variable. Okay. So I'll give it name as num equals to 0 and another variable, no, not another variable. Now first, just like a function call, but we'll have to give the brackets. Tab. Okay. Now inside these function call parentheses, we'll give the conditions. Now here first we'll assign I equals to 0. Num equals to 0. We're assigning assigning 0 to it because we already initialized 0 to it, but we'll have to. But then we'll give how much time will it be running, like 5 times or 8 times or 9 times. I'll give 9 times. 12 times will be maximum. Give space after these. Okay. After this, let us give the num plus plus, so that it will increase its value. I'll replace this. I'll give okay, it'll increase the number. Inside that, let us first print the value instead of doing something else. Let's say value. Print and %d. Let us give the format specifier %d, and then let us give our number name, variable name. Now let us compile and execute this code. So we'll use the gcc gnuc compiler command, and then our file name, which is loops. There are no compilation error or warning, so I can continue. So I'll use the a.out command. See, 11. But now, why did it come to 11? See, we assigned the variable with 0, right? So if it starts plusing the value, means adding 1 to it. We add 1, it will become 1, then 2, then 3. 1 last time, if we add 10, it will become 11, right? If you count as this one as 1, then if you count till this, it will become 12. Means it's correct. Okay? This is how we type in the for loop. Now let us comment this one, the for loop. Just a minute. Where did that key go? Yeah, now go that. I'll comment this. Now let's see while loop. Just like that, like a for loop, but this while loop depends on a condition inside these parentheses. So we'll give, no, I'll not comment this, we'll use this one. That'll be good. Okay, so it'll depend on a condition. If it's like, if num is less than or greater than 12 is less than 10, then we'll do something. Okay, inside that let us give printf num is less than 10, but if it's not, then we'll ignore the statement, it will come at the end. I'll do that. Let us now test the code. Clear. Now let me use the compile it. There are no compilation errors or warnings, so I can continue. A.out. Now you see that it did not print anything, because we gave the condition as if num is less than 10 but is actually greater. So maybe let us make this one as greater sign. Now let us test it. If it, now you see that it's coming infinite times, because we did not give a condition to make it stop, right? So for this we have a break from statement, so let us use the break. It'll only run one time, we'll get out of the loop if we give the break. I'll clear this whole screen. GCC, no, gave an error. I wrote the wrong spelling of break. An error. XP break. And GCC, there are no compilation errors or warnings, so I can continue, but I'll clear the screen. I'll see that it's working. It's less than it's greater than 10. I forgot to change this. Greater than 10. Okay, now let us check it out. There are no compilation errors or warnings, so I can continue. Yay! It's really greater because it's 11. Actually 12 will be considered 9 as 10. Okay, so this is how there are two types of loops, while loop and for loop. Okay, now this while loop is not behaving like a loop, because we give the condition as if num is greater than 10, it will print this line and break. Means we can use the if condition for this. So inside this while loop, let us use an if condition. Now I'll give the condition as if num is greater than 30, then it will break. So I'll copy this break. Okay, now break. Now how will the num increase? Oh, don't need break here. How will the num value increase? So for this we did num plus plus over here. That's how the value is increasing from 0 to 12, 0 from 0 to 1 till 2 till 3, right? So we'll do the same thing. So we'll just give num plus plus then semicolon. Now why are we giving this out of the loop, means out of the condition, if condition, because it's not at 30, greater than 30. If we put this num plus plus inside, this will never increase the value of it. So now let us test this code. See, there are no compilation errors or warnings, so I can continue. Num is greater than 10. Let us see when will it break. Oh, it's already out. Means it's working properly. Now is greater than I'll take out one of these backslash n's. It's taken too much lines actually. GCC, too many lines actually. Okay, GCC, there are no compilation errors or warnings, as I only changed backslash n. Now let me just do the a.out. Now you see that it took only this much lines. Now of course it will be like this. Now 11 plus from the 11 till 30. Okay. Now there is a third type of while loop which is known as do while. Okay. First we'll understand how to type in the do while, and then we'll understand the differences between a while loop and a do while. Okay, let's go to our function file. Now let us see how to type it. So do that. Okay, then let's just give the while. I'll give the condition as num is greater, no, not greater, less than 20. No, not 20. Greater than 20, 30, no, 40. Yeah, greater than 40 is fine. Then semicolon. Okay. Now, oh, I forgot to print. I'll print some def do while. Okay. Backslash n. Okay. Okay, today. Now let us understand the differences between a while loop and do while. Okay. Now we gave the condition in while loop as num is less than 10. If it is false, means it will be 12. Then of course it will ignore this syntax and go to the next step, the code which is written. But if it's true, it's less than 10, like 8 or 7, then it'll enter the while loop, right? Then we gave a if condition that if num is greater than 30, then it'll break. That's why we did num plus plus. Okay. Now this is how we do a while loop. Okay. We'll print until unless it is greater than 30, this num is greater than 10. But do while, this do over here will do only once. Just do while, it'll print this, then it'll go to while loop, this while one. Inside this will check the state condition. If it is greater than 40, then it will go back here It's just like a upside down while loop. We'll go back here and we'll print do while. Okay. Now let us test this code. Clear. Now compile it. Loops. See, there are no compilation errors or warnings, so I can continue. Now a.out, execute it. Now we see it only print this do while once. Why did it print it once? Because it's not greater than 40. Now let us change the condition. Change it greater than 30. Now I will again clear. Okay, now let me GCC. Turn our compilation errors or warnings, so I can continue. Now you see it's printing a lot of times, like we did in do while, because it's always going to be greater than 30. Okay, maybe let us do it like 40. No, we'll only do once, right? We'll on printing. Okay. Now if we change this to greater than 25 too, maybe it'll work. Let's check this out. It's still greater than 20, so we'll always print. Clear this whole screen. Okay. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you found this video interesting.